121st meeting between the Eagles and Redskins. Told you earlier in the pregame show, Philadelphia's won the last 5 games.
Here's the replay again. Watch the surge here and here and here, but watch Patton right here. Watch the move he makes over the top, and he stops Garner for the play. He stopped right there, but the knee isn't down. He rolls over, and if Richard can come in there a count sooner, he'll keep him out. Boy, I tell you, we saw the stats as we look at Marcus Patton there. We saw the stats for Garner, 88 yards rushing with that big play, but that doesn't talk about what he's been able to do as far as getting down and scoring with the football. I mean, the guy has a nose for the end zone, and that's exactly what Ray Rhodes is talking about, having an attitude down there, that second effort.
Well, what a drive by Rodney Peete and the Eagles. Of course, a couple of penalties matched them back to a 2nd and 25 deep in their own territory. They convert on that first down on the pass play to Martin. The key play, a 17-yard pass interference call against Carter. It led to 1st and goal, and on 4th and less than a yard, Ray Rhodes gambles, and Garner gets in there for him to tie it up.
I think the Redskins defensively are confused right now. They see run with Waters, and like I said, the good Ricky Waters shows up today so far. And then they see the pass and the control passing game. You don't know what to defend.
Ryan Mitchell from his 5. Here we go again. And Mitchell out to midfield. What an absolutely remarkable player to watch is Brian Mitchell. 44 yards on that return.
Watch the way Mitchell takes off when he gets the ball, but he's not real full speed. He's under control, so now he can make cuts. He doesn't get the full speed until he accelerates to the hole right there. Now he's at full tilt. Boy, and Anderson, we might have to get Gary Anderson a neck roll after that one.
Well, Brian Mitchell last season set an NFL record for most combined punt and kickoff return yardage in a single season. He is on line to shatter the all-time single season record for most combined yards in a year. Barat to the air. And the pass caught by the fullback Mark Logan. He's to the 44, a gain of 6. Well, the answer to our Aflac trivia question. There you go, Ron Pitts. Norm Snead for Sonny Jurgensen. How about that trade? That was back in 1964. And Jurgensen, now a Washington Redskins radio announcer, went on to throw 179 of those in a Washington uniform. Farad again. And it's overthrown.
I tell you what, Sonny could put you in the burn trauma center at the end of the night. He put many a DBs in there.
Bobby Taylor against solid coverage. We have 2:17 to play in the second quarter. Redskins and the Eagles tied at 17.
But talking about Sonny and Gus Farad, he said the first day he saw Gus Farad, he said this is the guy we need to have started, without a doubt. He said, but I'm going to wring his neck if he makes any more dumb throws.
Well, a timeout is called down on the field before a Washington 3rd and 5.
Timeout. 40 seconds.
At the Philadelphia 44-yard line, and the Eagles spending a timeout. Gus Farad, it's not been an easy day so far. Farad has hit on 4 of 9 for just 53 yards. Well, next week it's exciting NFL doubleheader action when the 49ers take on the Colts and the Redskins battle the Cardinals, plus other exciting regional action. It all begins at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Check local listings for the game and time in your area. We will be in Arizona to see these same Redskins against Buddy Ryan's Cardinals, off to a very slow start.
Free agency has made this rivalry even better, and I'll tell you why. You got guys that used to be with one team, now they're on the other. You get the Goveas and guys like that. Now you know a little bit about each other, and it makes it even more intense.
3rd and 5. They run the ball to Brian Mitchell. And he has a first down to the 39. We mentioned earlier that Brian Mitchell this season averages nearly 10 yards a carry. Mike Mamula, we haven't called his name much today. The #1 pick out of Boston College. So we're down to the 2-minute warning in Philadelphia. The Eagles and the Redskins are tied at 17. Washington on the move, trying to break this tie. Along with Ron Pitts and our entire Fox crew, Tom Brenneman back at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. 1st and 10. Washington tied at 17. And the Redskins at the Philadelphia 40.
I think this Philadelphia defensive line that's been nicked up has done a pretty outstanding job thus far. You know, you got guys like Dixon who come in, didn't play ball at all last year. Sat out the whole year. Coming in as a starter, Harmon, we know he's nicked up.
Busted play, it looked like there. Allen was looking for the ball. Turned back around and looked at Gus Frerotte, who still had it.
Gus went back to the high school days there real quick like. I thought he was going to do a spin and come back around and reverse field and come back around the other way.
Well, you see the clock down to 1:37 for Frerotte and the Redskins. No gain on the play. Actually lost a yard, so it's 2nd and 11. And blown dead before they ever got it started. Play clock may have run out on the Redskins.
Ball start.
Nope.
Number 68, offense. Prior to the snap.
Started too soon.
2nd down.
So now with 1:28 left, a 2nd and 16 for the Redskins, and Norv Turner at the minimum would like to come away with 3 here and go into the locker room leading at halftime. Run by Terry Allen out of the backfield, and he's back to the 39. Coming up on the Dockers halftime as the clock is stopped with 1:18 left. Washington spending a timeout. JB and the gang will catch you up on scores and highlights from around the NFL. That's all coming up on the Dockers halftime.
Well, the thing that Norv's got going for him right now, he's got timeouts left. He's got to make a conversion here. That's his big concern.
Well, 2 timeouts, as we told you, for each team left until the half.
You know, that's one thing that Gus Frerotte does do. He converts on 3rd downs. You know, whatever he has as a shortcoming as a guy coming in or a young quarterback, he makes plays when he has to make plays. That's what 3rd down conversion says to me. When we need to move the chains, get the ball down the field, he does it.
Well, Brian Mitchell coming onto the field. He'll check in as Terry Allen goes to the sideline. Big play for Washington. 3rd and 9. They also bring in an extra tight end, Coleman Bell. Here they come. Ball loose. Scramble for the football as Andy Harmon made the hit. And the Eagles have it.
I tell you what, Andy Harmon has been giving Big Trey Johnson his money's worth all day long. We saw him. He got the sack earlier in the 1st quarter. They're still fighting for the ball.
Danny Stubbs says, I have it. And lets everybody at the bottom of the pile know it.
Harmon right there. He ate him up. Did you see the way he swatted the hands? Trey Johnson got overextended. You can't do that with a SWAT move. Excellent move. Howie Long would have been proud of that one there.
Well, now Philadelphia thinking about a halftime lead. Plenty of time. 1:11 left. And the Eagles with 2 timeouts remaining from the Washington 49. Pete to throw. Dumps it off to Waters. And he's to the 41. Before Marcus Patton is able to tackle him. Clock continuing to run. We're under a minute.
See, Ricky's got to understand what the situation here. He danced around a little bit there. Hey, get the ball, get your yards, get on the ground, and get back to the huddle. The clock's running.
2nd down and 2. Here comes Harvey. Pete escapes. Ball tipped. and then caught by McCrary out of the backfield. He has not enough, it appears, for a first down. Maybe about a foot short. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage by Sterling Palmer into the waiting arms of McCrary.
Here's the blast play here. 97 Sterling Palmer is going to make the tip, but Harvey comes around the corner just to your left, right there. He can't get that left arm to make the sack, but right there, that's the tip. That's a good job. Harvey creates that whole play. He makes Pete have to step out of bounds, and good job right there, scooping that ball up.
One-handed fashion by McCrary.
but Harvey makes the play, though. He's not able to get that left arm under on the rip. And remember, like we said, he's not strong with his left hand getting around on the rip as he is with the right hand.
Well, they're going to bring the sticks out for a measurement. We mentioned it was very close. And it's good enough for a Philadelphia first down at the Washington 38. We're tied at 17, 39 seconds left until halftime. And Rodney Peete, a quick chat on the sideline with Ray Rhodes. They're getting the plays, of course, upstairs from John Gruden, the 31-year-old Philadelphia offensive coordinator.
The whiz kid. I think Pete has run this offense. There's Gruden right there. Very, very calm, cool guy. You know, he walks on the practice field yesterday in his Argyle sweater and just really relaxed, not worrying about too much.
Well, he spent the last 3 years under Mike Holmgren in Green Bay. Spent time with the 49ers despite his youth. First and 10 with 39 seconds left. Remarkable balance by Waters. He's going to get to the sideline and step out of bounds. What a gifted athlete.
I look at Ricky Waters at times, and I think I see Eric Dickerson and Walter Payton wrapped up in one. And I tell you what, on this play, he shows it. Just a little dump out of the backfield right in here, nothing big. But once again, it lets you use your athletes. Gets them in the field, gets them in space, and that's what he can do to you in space. I mean, that's 3-4 missed tackles and the big stiff arm. Nice block there by Barnett.
17-yard gain to the Washington 21. This time they hand it to Waters. Slips through a couple of tackles inside the 5 and down to the 2.
They're going to get a timeout.
You asked which Ricky Waters would show up. We're seeing this most talented running back at his best today.
This is a $3.5 million Ricky Waters here.
Clock stops with 22 seconds left.
Right up in here, look at the lanes. This is what happens to you when you've had the passes thrown on you. You're not aware up front. They're not used to stepping up. Look at the twist, the turn, picking his way through traffic.
Looked like he broke a tackle from Stanley Richard.
Well, you just appreciate the skill this guy has, and it's a long time coming for him. And that's the best way for Morrison. That's the best way to tackle Ricky Waters right about now. He went for a nice ride. He ought to get charged for it.
Ron Len, the Redskin defensive coordinator, he came over with Norv Turner last season after spending a couple of years in Cincinnati, 5 seasons as a defensive coordinator in San Diego. But his defense has run into Ricky Waters today. Philadelphia, 1 timeout remaining, 22 seconds left until halftime. We're tied at 17, and the Eagles at the Washington 2.
They still have a lot of flexibility, okay? Even though there's 22 seconds, they got a timeout. They can shut the clock down, so they can work pretty much whatever they want to work here.
Fake to McCrary. Pete got back to the original line of scrimmage, and the Eagles are going to have to spend their final timeout. Although they haven't done it yet, clock still running under 10. And now Philadelphia will spend the timeout. 9 seconds left. I think Rodney Peete was saying I was asking for it long before that.
Yeah, he gets caught up in the traffic there, and everybody loses their. See, now Rodney's upset at itself. He had Ed West open, wide open in the end zone. But, you know, it's easy to sit up here and say what he had open when those big guys are coming down on you. I think his best move would have been to throw it away.
I think, Jerry, not to interrupt, I wonder if Jerry Markbright was coming over to the sideline to say something to Ray Rhodes that maybe they won't put some more time